Hey guys, Darth Glork here, back with part 4 of my Assassin's Creed Revelations playthrough. So last time, we did stuff. I have no memory of what we did last time. It was a while ago, and I have the memory of a goldfish. But I did do a tiny bit of work off camera, not a whole lot. Honestly, there wasn't a lot to do. Because the thing is, where we're currently sitting, I've gotten all the treasure chests that are in the area that we can grab them in, and we've gotten all of the spots for the assassins, and so there wasn't a lot to do. So mostly what I actually did is I actually just ran around the city, just doing parkour. Well, and then I was bored, and I was just like, I just kind of want to do this, and so I was watching YouTube on the side, and I was basically just killing time. I would kill guards and just just random crap like that. And then I would just run around, and I collected money just as it came up, and I was hitting the very last of the renovations for the city, and I was checking the prices on landmarks, and then I was sending assassins on missions. So I've gotten everything in the city. Everything is renovated. I'm almost positive that I've gotten absolutely everything. Because I got all the bookstores, got all the tailors, got all the faction buildings, got all the medical shops, and there's another one. Blacksmith, there we go. So I've gotten all of the buildings. Every single one is renovated. So none of the landmarks are renovated because they were all more expensive than I had at the time. We have several Master Assassin missions available, and so I think that might be a fairly good place to start. And in addition, we'll double check the assassins and see who's done and see who needs to go out and that kind of thing. Because I don't remember. That's for sure. But yeah, I have no memory of what we did last time. I couldn't tell you. Ignoring that for just a second. Alright, so what's the situation here? Yay! I only had the one, so. And finished one in Athens. Oh, there's a new one. Assault a beggar. Kind of a bad look, but I'm sure he did something to deserve it. There we go, you two. Go. It's a little easy for a level 9, but whatever. Alright. I'm ready. You must wait for a level 10 assassin to complete a contract with Mediterranean before starting Master Selection mission. Oh. Oh. I think I might have just sent the people that were ready to be upgraded on missions. That's awkward. Well, that's alright. They'll be back in no time. So, instead of doing that, then I guess we will do something else first. I suppose. Let's see. There is thieves nearby, so we could do a thief assignment. Okay. Inside Thieves HQ, we'll hit an assignment.
Arkadashian, you look distracted.
Quite. I have a lot on my mind. Someone in this district is funding a campaign to get us arrested.
How so?
Well-placed bribes to Ottoman guards, tipping them off to our actions. We do not want a conflict with our hosts, but we are not keen to surrender to them either.
Do you have an idea where this money is coming from?
I hope to find out today. Would you care to aid me? I will make it worth your while.
Sure, man. Thieving has grown more difficult due to increase in snitching. Bait a snitch into leading you to the source of the money, funding him, then eliminate and loot the source. Using a thief group, lure the benefactor from his security zone before killing him. We'll see.
How can I help?
We know that the Ottomans were paid a large bribe today. We are going to steal it. Once that happens, someone is sure to send an urgent message back to the money's source. Follow the messenger, and we will have our man.
Uh-huh. Got it. So, something neato that I did that I already forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, so yeah, I remember now. So something neato that I did is so there was a sale. There's been lots of sales recently with all the holidays being right here. So I took advantage of them all. For instance, Steam had a sale, so I got a handful of things that were very good, very tempting. And then Xbox was having a sale, so you know I took advantage of that as well. So on the Xbox sale, there was lots of good stuff, but one of the sales was for add-ons and DLC specifically. And so I was taking a peek because you know what the hell, right? And Assassin's Creed was having a sale on lots of bonus stuff, like season passes, DLCs, that kind of thing. And oh, this guy's like really determined. Stop it. Anyway, oh, there we go. Anyway, and so Assassin's Creed was having a sale on like season passes, DLCs, things like that. So I actually picked up 3 season passes for 3 different Assassin's Creed games. I think I picked up the one for Black Flag, Unity, and Origins, maybe. Anyway, and so the point is, now that I own a lot of these other, actually, no, I think one of them might have been Syndicate. I might have picked up Syndicates too, so I'm not positive which one was which, but anyway, I picked up a lot. So the idea is I want to have a lot of the bonus stuff once we get into other Assassin's Creeds, because for Ezio Collection specifically, we're all set because Ezio Collection comes with all of the DLCs and stuff. But I want to make sure we have that stuff for the other Assassin's Creeds as we get into those, and so I just wanted to make sure we have them. So there was a really good sales, and I saved a lot of money. So that's pretty awesome. Anyway, so that'll make the other Assassin's Creed playthroughs of other ones really good.
Done.
All right. Let's see if we can just chill down there for a second. Go, brothers. After you. Get him! Oh, I hear him. Oh.
Where's he going?
Okay, cool. Awesome.
What are you doing here? I told you to keep an eye on those soldiers.
Forgive me, Halim Bey, but thieves have stolen the bribe.
What? How did they
I
know?
am not sure.
If our contacts in the Ottoman ranks do not get their money, we do not keep our special relationship intact.
But what could I do?
Nothing, obviously. You're just a worm. Now get out of my face.
Well.
It is an insult that I should pay so much to gain so little.
Trouble, how about that?
No business.
I like how B was both of those. Sorry guys, didn't mean to hit you, excuse me.
Keep your eyes open for those sneaky thieves. They may be coming for
Okay.
us next.
See how well this goes. That's not gonna help.
Perhaps my informant is not so crooked as he needs to be. We will not be using him again.
Oh, there he goes. Okay, excuse me, pardon me, guys. Oh, out of the hay. Come on, Ezio. Out of the hay. Better run quickly, Haas. Alright, now we fight for our life. Okay. There you go. We just had to slaughter several guards. I mean, a lot of them. Oh, well, not done yet. These guys wanted some too. Watching their, 12 of their friends die wasn't enough for them. Anyway. We did it.
Got away with the money?
Evet, about half of it. The rest we distributed to the people. It keeps them honest.
Just make sure you do not turn into the criminals you are fighting.
Point taken. Why don't you stick around and keep us in line?
I will call on you when I need a favor. You can count on that.
Yay. Huzzah. Well, I mean, it was obvious where we went wrong there. Okay, cute. Move forward. Anyway, it's obvious where we went wrong there. It's because I just leaped into the unknown, which was absolutely my fault. Because if I had gone any other direction, like, we could have done that better. And I totally know why I did that. I totally know why that happened. It's because I was nervous that as the guy was running away, like, because it occurred to me as he was running away that I'm like, I don't have a plan. Like, and once it occurred to me that, like, you know, he's gonna be gone and I'm not gonna have, like, I'm gonna fail, like, and I didn't have, like, a pursuit plan in mind. And so once it occurred to me, then I panicked because I'm like, well, now he's running away from me, and if I don't catch him, I'm gonna fail anyway. And so I sprinted I just jumped for it, which obviously not only hurt, but, you know, it obviously everyone and their third cousin knew exactly what I was doing there. And so, of course, everyone was pissed at me. So, you know, it was kind of a cacophony of errors there. But, you know, we made it through. Hey, man. Oh. Sorry, I didn't have my hidden blade out. I just run up and just punched him in the face. It wasn't very quiet, was it? Hi. You wouldn't mind if I just... I just, like, land so obviously. Everyone's like, what is he doing here? So it's like, don't mind me, just lower my notoriety, please. Okay. Anyways, so now that our assassin is back, because the mission has reappeared, so that tells me that he's probably back. Let's go ahead and run over there, and we can see if we can actually, do the right missions this time. But maybe this time, let's not send the assassins that I'm gonna level up on missions. Might be a pretty good call. Probably would be a good move, huh? I will make sure that we check in and get any rewards from them, though. Just to make sure. Okay. So much good stuff. Rank of Assassin. Let's go. Alright, so lots of leveling up. Lovely. Perfect. Okay. We're not just we'll be super safe and we'll just not touch anything until we level people up. We're just not gonna touch anything. You. Alright, the Vizier, maybe is how you say that? Race your apprentice. Oh no. Win the race against your apprentice. Oh no. Say it isn't so. I have to race. Not good, my friend. Hang on a minute, I have one of those pesky spam texts. Okay, sorry. Alright, let's give it a shot.
Mentor, I am told you still have the speed and strength of a 20-year-old.
I try to keep healthy.
Then how about a race? I could use a bit of exercise.
You begin, and I will follow.
Oh. Ooh! My hands weren't on the controller! I assumed they would tell me, like, you can go ahead and start now. Thanks for knocking me into me, you stupid civilian. Ezio, please. Stop running into people. A lot of stumbling for assassins. Aha.
That Templar is up to something. We should track him.
Yikes. I was just realized after I was in full hot pursuit of aggression when I realized, oh, I'm not supposed to be seen. Patience. Oh, she even has like an animation of like hiding behind the chimney. That's cool. Gonna be honest, I'm a little surprised by that. On board, but surprised. Almost there.
Do not let him escape.
I can handle this, Mentor.
After him. Gotcha.
Who's holding this, Mentor? It must belong to the Vizier he robbed.
You take care of this body. I will return this document.
Alright. Fair enough. Also, I'm super wanted. Not good, my friend. Sorry. Throat's all fucked today. God knows why. I thought my apprentice was supposed to take care of the body. But whatever. She wants to go with me? She's welcome to.
I believe this belongs to you.
Ah, you have spared me much humiliation before the Sublime Port. Thank you, Effendim. And is that the young assassin who aided you today?
Enjoy the rest of your day.
He's like, don't ask questions. Alright. Let's go, dude. Alright, promoted to Assassin, second rank. Master Assassin armor unlocked. Ooh. Okay. I'm a little bit okay keeping our notoriety high, because I wouldn't mind doing another defense, to be honest. They are just fun. I mean, they can be high stress, but they are fun. So I wouldn't mind. Okay, so there's that. And I was about to say, I think we had another one, so we're gonna go straight to the next one. Okay, here we are. Hello? Hello? Ooh, Champion Part 2. If it's a Part 2, doesn't that mean that our, this assassin is like a level 14, getting ready to hit the max rank? I would assume that's what this means, because this is the first Part 2 we've ever seen. So I'm assuming this assassin is one of our assassins that is, very highly ranked. In retaliation for the assassin's interference with his plan to kill a local printer, the champion has shifted his ire to the printer's father. Find the champion before he strikes. Don't let the herald lose any health. We'll see.
Ezio, do you remember the printer we sent into hiding?
I do. And I remember the Templar brute who nearly killed him.
That same brute has now set his sights on the printer's father, a local herald.
A cruel way to draw his real target out into the open, no? We should warn the father and get rid of this Templar.
I agree, Ezio. Oh, no, I'm dying, but I agree. Someone else is back. Ingredients earned, apparently. Oh, rank of assassin.
Mi scusi, signore. Your son has stirred up some trouble. Enough that the men looking for him may come for you now.
My son? But he is a humble printer, and I a simple herald. Why would anybody want to hurt us?
Words can wound like any blade, amigo.
Ezio, I think we are being watched. Can you see anything?
Templars, do you see them?
Evet, Mentor.
Alright, let's see here. Oh, hang on a minute. I didn't realize, we don't have that kind of time. That was close. Like I was mid-animation to attack that that dude. Oh yeah, she's I forgot she's the one using like the broadsword. Come back here, you'll be within range in a moment.
If you draw your weapon, this man dies. Now bring me the printer. Bring me this man's son. What the hell are you waiting for?
For you to wise up.
Yeah, bro. Ha, idiot. Walked right into that.
Are you proud of your kill, assassin? Do you expect praise for murdering a better and braver man? You have taken my life, but you cannot erase my legend, my power, my influence. Men feared me, even as they did my bidding. That is the mark of a true leader.
Heyo. All right. Oh, hang on. People are upset. Nope. Hey, look at that. What is happening? Oh, look at that. It's my assassin. She's just killing people. Man, look at her, dude. She looks so cool. Alright, don't mind me. Alright, don't mind me. Hey, I have like 24,000 gold in the bank. I've got to go to my bank. But I'm just refilling all of my stuff here first. As much looting as we can do. Okay, we can go ahead and equip those. Actually, I prefer to have the throwing knives. Just because it's a quicker, silenter way of doing things. Anyway, okay, so... let's go ahead and do this. Just thought I would get this all taken care of. Liberated. Indeed. Ah, there you go, see? It's locked. It's a locked den, so it can't be attacked. Because she's all max level. Fancy, huh? Alright, well, so with that in mind, now we actually need to go manage my assassins. So that actually works out because there is a station right over here. Which is perfect because we need to do it. I think that is down here.
What on earth is it?
Also, I've got to fix the smoke bombs because the smoke bombs, apparently the kind we have is set to a tripwire, which is not what I wanted when I made them. I was picturing like a throwable instant activation smoke bomb, you know. And so the tripwire bombs aren't bad, like as an explosive, like to set traps and stuff. But like as my use, what I want it for is to cover a retreat as I was trying to take care of things. You know what I mean? Because landmines take setup, and like when I'm in trouble, like if I was trying to just get away, well, a smoke bomb would be awfully nice. Anyway, level 7, rank of assassin, rank of master assassin. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Look at her max rank, man, and she's in the fancy armor. Like you can see, you look at that axe, dude. She's using this big ol' axe. What a boss. She's so cool. Our first max assassin. All right. Okay, so he's level 12, which is great. Level 7, level 10. I imagine we could swap you out for... And then... Let's see, I need to find that guy. Is it you? Swap. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's go toggle. No. Back. Hang on. Okay, I got so many assassins on this from this town. I'm trying to figure out how to unequip them. There we go. Okay, recall. Okay, and then recall. There we go. Okay. Now I got a level 12 on there, but if he's already above level 10, then I think it's fine. So yeah, if he's already above, that's fine. I just want to stay away from like ones that are just turning 10 because I would imagine that means they could be leveled up to the next level, you know what I mean? So, and these two of them are above, one of them is below, and so I think that's probably fine. So, we also just got Athens, and so now we wouldn't mind putting in some work to secure it. So we'll go to the really low levels because it's not a hard mission. And we're gonna send our crew out. He's only level 8, so you can go. And then, yeah, a lot of these take money. You have to invest money to get it taken care of. But that's a good one. Alright, that was only level 9, and she's not close to level 10 quite yet. But after this mission... Oh, actually, that's only 74%. That's not good enough, my friend. There we go. Both of them aren't quite like ready for level up. Okay, and these three are at level 10, but these two are above. She's like on the cusp of, well, I guess they are technically above level 10, so I guess I'm just not sure. So maybe we'll just go above, just to be safe. And escort a chest. Very fancy level mission. Well, maybe we'll hold off on that. And then we will see if there's any other sort of low-key missions to send our other fancy people on. That'll work. Okay, so now the question is, if any more like level up missions are up. I don't think so. Which I would assume means that we just don't have any slots, I would assume. Like that, I'm assuming we have an assassin set to every den. I would assume. Because otherwise it would pop up, right? So I feel like I should be good to just, like, send everybody out. Because if there's no missions available, and if all of their markers are above 10, then I think it's probably fine to send everybody out, you know, rather than keeping these three just standing here. So, I think that's a better plan. Okay, let's see, that's Templar control. This is still assassin control. Alright, some of this is going to take money here, but I wouldn't mind investing a little bit. I don't want to go too gung-ho on the money spending, but... Alright, we can do some low-grade stuff. I got one more to send out here. Perfect. Okay. There we go. So now all the assassins are sent out, and we have more people that are leveled up, and now everyone is sent out, which is great. So now... let's see, Thieves HQ, and those are, oh no, those are both just Thieves HQ, those are not assignments. And is this just HQ? HQ, and HQ. Okay, well, it looks like a story mission might be next, TBH. And that's just our headquarters, right? Yeah. Okay, looks like we're headed to a story mission. Okay, here we are at our objective. Very uneventful. But what I did do though is between cuts, I picked up our money from the bank. So we are now 24,000 gold richer. All right, the Sentinel Part 2. One of your assassins has learned more information about the man known as the Sentinel. Time to take care of this traitor. Do not be detected while you search for the prisoners. We'll see. Also, I can't help but notice that Ezio's armor is different. So I guess when it said that, oh, look at that. He's ready to rank up. Anyway, but it looks like when it said Master Assassin Armor Unlocked, it was referring to me, because I'm definitely wearing more gold than I was a second ago, so I realized that. I'm very late, but I did realize it, so that's cool.
Any news of the traitor Valley? Have you found him?
He found us, Minto. 2 of our brothers were kidnapped from this den earlier today. Now Valley is demanding that we hand over our property to the Templars.
No. Do not negotiate with men who use hostages as leverage. We hunt them down, and we eliminate them.
Then we should split up and search Galata now. We have little time to waste.
Gain free to captured assassins. You wanna go? You will regret it if you piss me off, bro. Okay. Sorta near our, this first little dot here. Oh, so slow and methodical. So we could do the whole go silently thing, but alternatively... I've got an order piece. Shut up. Okay? They're good. We could do the whole be silent thing, but There is, as always, another option. Alright. Don't mind me. That guy's freaking blind. Alright, no one panic.
Dead. We are the ones who do the killing around here.
Where's...
So it happened.
No, you're dead. I got to get out of this. Look, man! I'm only visiting. I don't know what's going on.
Punk. Alright. Now that the insects are dead.
Was it Vali who did this to you?
Mentor, forget me. You have fallen for a ruse. He captured me to draw assassins away from our headquarters. He will be on his way there now.
Possibly so, but he just bet you he didn't expect me to take care of the problem so quickly, huh? Joke's on him. I am coming. Almost there. Arriving in style.
You are a canny soldier, Ezio. But you alone are not enough to save this city.
Are you sure about that?
I will follow from the rooftops.
Alright. Get back here, you sniveling coward. Get back here. Let's say you better not. Outplayed. My assassin was ready.
Once your creed was as vital to me as air and water. But when the Turks marched into Wallachia, and you assassins did nothing to stop it, how could I continue to believe? If a man's philosophy does not let him protect his people, his home, and his family, what good can it do for the world?
Peace be with you.
Alright. Hark. That looks like completed sequence 3. Alright. I'm like, ignore the body. I got people getting promoted and completing missions, and look at them, they're on fire.
Claudia, I am now in possession of one of the Masyaf Keys. And better still, I have discovered a map, encoded with signs and symbols, which I believe will lead me to the remaining keys. Its full meaning is a mystery to me, but I am thankful to have met a Venetian woman willing to help me decipher it. I must not overstate my successes. The Templars still hold one key hostage, and if I am to recover it, I may need more help than the assassins can provide. If I can make a friend in the Ottoman court, my access to the secrets of this city will improve greatly.
Indeed. Looks like we need more allies. Because we have to get that other key. Alright, sequence 4, the Uncivil War. Yay! Successful. Promoted to assassin, let's go. New items at blacksmith. New items at tailor shops. Only one of your assassins can now be assigned to any one of your dens. Successful mission. Beautiful. Lots of good stuff.
A pleasant surprise, Ezio. We should trade stories if I'm not dead by this time tomorrow.
Is there a chance of that?
We learn that the Byzantines are planning to infiltrate Topkapi Palace now that Prince Suleiman has returned from his Hajj. If they do strike, it will be tonight at a cultural exposition the prince has organized.
So what is our plan?
Kardashian, this is not your fight. No need to snare yourself in the Ottoman affairs.
The Byzantines found a key beneath Topkapi Palace, and I would like to know how.
Ezio, we want to protect our Shehzade, not interrogate him.
Trust me, Yusuf. Just tell me where to go.
Topkapi's main gate. We plan to dress as entertainers and walk right in.
I will find a disguise and meet you there.
Yeah. The Templars are planning to attack the Ottoman royal family, join Yusuf, protect the Ottomans, and gain their trust. Beat Yusuf to the palace. Time will tell. Time will tell. Alright, forward. Alright, we made it. We are here. Yeah, they're like fast as shit, and there was several mistakes made. Alright, knock them out and take their clothes, don't be detected. Great.
Minstrels from Italia. I am going to enjoy this.
Indeed. Oh. What the hell am I supposed to do about this?
It's Maggie Man!
Alright, well, that was, very direct. Very direct indeed.
In your name comes he this day.
Alright, luckily I'm not having to hide all these bodies alone. Wow, look at her just walk right past all those guys. Just don't turn around, guys. I'm just gonna do what my buddies did, but I'm just gonna do it a little slower. I like how we're right behind them. There's just lines and lines of these guys, and we're just right behind them. Easy. Knowing my luck, I'd be the one guy that failed. Well, that's less than ideal. Easy. I don't really have a better plan other than doing that to everybody. Good lord, dude! I suddenly had to act because suddenly my assassin ran in for blood, and I had to save their life. That was very scary. All of a sudden, I was like, "Why are they in combat?" I didn't mean to pick that up. I know that might surprise you. Okay. Yeah, that was a little spooky. I don't know why that assassin was in there all of a sudden. But I was like, no, no, not one of my assassins. Let them live. Anti-him. Okay. And now we must work on getting to the rest of this. Alright. Hope we have a plan for getting past those guards. Other than just getting seen, obviously. That was spooky, dude. That was very spooky.
I look ridiculous. I feel ridiculous.
My blade is too conspicuous in this outfit. Are you armed?
Oh my god.
It's a deal. You mark the targets, and we will take them out.
Ezio's like, I hate this disguise.
You, know how to play that thing?
I learned a few chords when I was young.
When were you ever young?
A long time ago. Very long time ago. Alright, go to the nearest gate and enter the courtyard. You lost 90,000 gold and all your armor and all your weapons. It's like, yeah, that hurts. Hello, I am we are the entertainment and not assassins.
This courtyard is closed to the public. Turn around and start walking.
Perdonate, buon signore. We are this evening's entertainment.
Any old gerzek can carry an instrument around. Get lost.
I'm dressed up like a jester. I act the
You
fool
sound
and
like
mine.
a dying cat.
All the actions of those I curse and run down all the time.
What is
We
this?
can do this.
Bear Batson!
Ostentinier, I beg you, let Byzantium endure.
What are you doing?
Constantine's corpse would turn, had not Stambul the
Hey, Kala.
cure.
Go in and bother the guests with that noise.
Perfect. Can't believe that worked. Apparently Ezio can sing. Who would have thought? And I guess play enough of the lute so it, you know, fools people. It's also a little rough because I'm notorious. I'm assuming the Templar killers... I don't know if the eyeball guy counts. He's probably there just because I'm wanted. I would imagine. Alright, move to the waypoint. Okay. Got it. Don't mind me, just a friendly bard. Just gonna get in position over here.
To judge a lady's character, note well her company. If you should wish to seem a sage, come spend the night with me.
Hell yeah. Yikes. That lady's not a fan, dude. She's like, I'll cut your freaking head off. Like, you suck. I was like, right, sorry. Well, well. Alright, we have the target. Let's just hop over here.
I sing in Italiano, you understand no word. But my Greek is non-existent and my Turkish is absurd.
I like how his singing are always just these little one-liners that rhyme. It's like, I mean, it's going good though.
This courtyard is clear.
But I do not see Prince Suleiman. Follow me.
All right, let's go. As soon as we can get out of this outfit, we'll all be happier. And the prince is MIA?
Now this is a celebration. Suleiman, the Sultan's grandson and governor of Kefe. And he's only 17.
We met on the ship. He told me he was a student.
Ah, small world.
Who's that?
His uncle, Shehzade Ahmed, the Sultan's favored son. He is grooming himself for the Sultanate as we speak.
Sheriff, Solon is up.
Come. We have more Byzantines to find.
Alright, find all the Templar killers before they attack the prince.
Thank you for coming.
Alright, so there's no more in that crowd. Oh, maybe there is.
Before Rodrigo was the Pope, he was a man of vices. And once he gained the Holy See, he raised his vices' prices.
Move, you people.
We should speak soon.
While traveling through Forli, I took her at her leisure.
I
She
am
said
not
it's
Shamba.
strictly business.
I hope you are enjoying
Such
yourself.
business was my pleasure.
Nailed it. Alright, unlock on. Easy. Alright, I'm assuming he's gonna go this way. Got him.
Vierio Vieri, yes, he of Nazi fame, was just as mad as his old man, and he did just the same.
Oh god, that lady just knocked over my assassin. But it's fine. Oh, maybe not.
Clear the courtyard! Cesade Suleiman, take cover! Follow them! Ezio!
Templar killer before he reaches the prince. Nope.
It is a relief to see you again, mio bel menestrello. Did I say that right?
Well enough. I hear you are a governor, too. Is there anything you do not do?
I do not talk to strangers. I am Suleiman.
Ezio Auditore.
Shehzadem, are you injured?
Who is your captain, soldier?
Tarek Balete, he is away on an errand.
Clear this body and send the guests home. Then summon Tarek to the divan.
Bashustane, Shehzadem.
Tarek Barlete is a captain in the Janissary Corps, the Sultan's elite soldiery.
They guard the Sultan, but not his family.
Not very well, evidently. Ezio, do you have some time to spare? I would like your opinion on something.
I will, once I change out of these rags.
Güzel, meet me when you are ready.
Oh. Talk about an ally. It would be difficult to find an ally more useful than the Sultan's son, eh? It would be difficult. Still, we did our job perfectly. Alright. Fantastic. So, we have things to look at, because there's new stuff in lots of places and whatnot. Alright, I need a blacksmith. And I want to check, we'll check the tailor while I'm there. Okay. So, let's see what the tailor has that's new, eh? Medium parachute bag. Medium quiver, that's nice. Knife belts upgrade. Alright. Well, I wouldn't turn any of them down, so let's go ahead and pick up all the new pouches. That's nice. All the upgrades. Sweet. And then all the same old dies. Alright. And let's see, I can hold a lot more now. Just fill them, please. Okay. And dye. It does occur to me, though, we could dye it a color. Silver. Violet. The Byzantine red. I do like the red. The white. Indigo. Cobalt. The red is kind of neato. Although I do like the violet. Alright, maybe let's go red. Just for some variety.
Another satisfied client.
Beautiful.
Adio.
Okay. Now, I can't tell. My clothes don't look overly red, but maybe it's the light. Okay, right. Well, that was only the that guy. That wasn't even the bit. Yeah, they look gray still. Like, is that because of, like, do I have like an outfit equipped? Is that the bit?
Next time then. Adios.
It's hard to say. It's very dark, so it's hard to say. Okay. Anyway, I need to get to the other side of the wall. Oops, hang on. I see that there's an opening over here. Over here. Okay. Let's see. Hey, you. Alright, repair. Oh, there you go. Oh, look, we unlocked the greaves. I mean, it's cute, but, like, it's, you know, less than our other armor. Alright. And weapons. Falchion, I think we already had that. The axe. I'm not positive if that's new or not. Warhammer. The bearded axe. And then the French bastard sword. I think that's new. Ooh, I like the big ol' sword. Alright, I want that big ol' sword. I know it's like, well, I know we have like Vlad the Impaler's sword, but like, I just like really big swords. Arabian dagger. That's cool looking. And then, of course, the standard stiletto. Maybe we'll just get that just so we can have it for our collection. But I think we'll go ahead and buy this one just because 'tis better. It's better and it looks a lot better. So, okay. Then crossbow, of course, we already got it. Ammunition. We're only low on the throwing knives. We can go ahead and fill those up. Heaven knows we have the money. And other than that,
Till next time. Selametle.
hey, look, there we go. Now we're actually dyed in our appropriate color. Okay, so that other thing must be an armor then. Inventory, armor. Yes, yeah. That makes sense. Because, yeah, the other one is an outfit. Right? Oh, maybe not. Altair's robes, armor of Brutus. Turkish assassin armor. Huh. Weird. And it's weird because, like, I mean, it doesn't, like, show up, but, like, all that gold is unequipped now. So maybe it's just armor pieces, and maybe that's it. Because if you look now, our health is back to where it was. Weird. So maybe if we went to the hideout and we looked at our armor, we could re-equip the Master Assassin armor. Because we did have a truck ton of health. But this way we can see our die. And I think I would sacrifice the health if it meant having the die, because generally speaking, I don't feel like we have a problem with health, you know? I don't feel like we're like, oh man, I'm so low health, like, you know. Usually I get hit once and I pop a medicine, so it's like, it doesn't really feel like it's that big of a deal. Okay, we'll swing by the bookshop, but more or less, let's work our way towards the bank. I think that'll be a good plan. So let's, yeah, we'll head over this way across the courtyard. Yeah, I'd sacrifice the health if it meant being able to see our cool armor. I prefer seeing the cosmetic stuff over the necessity of it all. Ah, there is new books. Are these like really expensive books? They're more expensive. Well, some of them are very expensive. I still am not sure what they do, but sure, what the hell? I have the money, and plus I have another like 24 grand sitting in the bank that we're about to go pick up. So we'll go ahead and buy all of these. I just realized one of those said the golden ass. We should all be so lucky to have an ass so gold. Okay, I have no idea what the books are for. I no idea, but maybe it'll pay off one day. I don't know. Maybe there might have been an achievement for something to do with books, but I don't know what other purpose they have. Anyway, on top of the fact that we're about to make a whole bunch of money from all of this, so completed. Rank of Master Assassin, now immune to further Templar attacks. Let's go, dude. Someone maxed out. Rank of Assassin 3rd rank, Assassin 4th rank, rank of Assassin, level 8 Warrior, rank of Assassin 4th rank. Let's go. Alright, well, let's hold off on all of that stuff until we check our dens, because I would prefer to assign an assassin to a den before we do anything else. Alright, we already checked the books, so let's go ahead and hop down here to the bank. In some cases, semi-literally. Okay. I was gonna say hop as if we were gonna climb, but here we are. Hang on, it takes us a second. So stupid, dude. Just get up the dang wall, Ezio. Anyway. Hello. I'm here to pick up my money. Beautiful. Okay, now I think our next line of business is going to be assassin stuff, so I'm thinking that we could assign an assassin to a den. I think the easiest way here will be that. Alright, let's go see if there's an assassin at this den. Alrighty. So there's no icon here, so I would imagine this den has an assassin. Yes. Yes, it does. Alright. We're gonna be den hopping for a minute. Okay, welcome back. So it's been a bit. So I actually checked every base we have left, every assassin den we have left, and we actually have assassins assigned to all of them. So it's funny that the little pop-ups like, you know, you can now assign an assassin to one of your dens, but like we already did all of them because I checked every single one. So it was a lot of running around, but I checked all of them, and they all have an assassin assigned to them. So we needn't worry about it. But what I can tell you is that now we can put another assassin on this, eh? Maybe we'll put that one. There we go. All right. Now we can actually send people on missions again. Because yeah, I was gone a very long time. Can I just say? Send both of you. Actually, because those two are leveled, like fully leveled, like it makes more sense to send people with at least something to gain. You know, send them and then tack him on in the end, and there you go. And she can solo that. Steal clothing. That's a easy one for even a level 8. This is a stupid easy one. Give it to you. Okay. So now all those cities have an assassin assigned to them. Well, all the ones that we control have assassins assigned to them, which is the important thing, that's for sure. Although we could go for reclaim the city. It's a 100% chance with just the level 12. Alright, she can hit that one, so we can grab Damascus. And then I guess we'll start hitting something on this front. Survey the region. Unlock new ingredients. Okay. You still have a few people to send out. Lots of them are very easy missions. Buying influence. Okay, I was just curious. Stop the bonfire. I mean, they don't have anything to level, so it's like if I can gain something from it, it's good, but like at the same time. Okay. Alright. There we go. There's all of them. Sent out, which is good. We'll do some, Oh, I was opening the challenges somehow. I was lined up in front of the chest, but whatever. Okay, I do know one thing, though. Those bombs need to be fixed, so... oh, look, it did give me the chest. How about that? Anyway, those bombs need to be fixed. So the smoke one is currently set up like a landmine, which is not what we need, my friend. So what we really need to do is get rid of that bomb, because what we really need is to... that it allows it to explode on impact after 3 seconds. Sticky pouch. Yeah, we really need another... we need another impact shell, so... a lot of my stuff uses it, but it's just the best design. Okay, so... it's bigger areas we can manage, because if it's going to be smoke, it makes the most sense. Impairs movement. Affected them by available attack. Tactical smoke. Yes. There we go. Alright, now we have a bomb that we can just drop and it'll activate immediately, which is great. And then, which is nice. The only one I guess we could get away with switching is maybe this one, like, cause like we could technically get away with using the other one that makes it explode after 3 seconds. But it's also just as convenient to have it be immediate. So really, all of our bombs use that one, but that's fine. That is fine for what we need. The impact shell is just the best one. I mean, you know, if you had a specific purpose in mind, using the other ones could be good, you know? Like, if you were purposely trying to, whatever, you're like, I'm gonna set this up, so I'm gonna grab, you know, I'm gonna do this mission, and this would be the most useful bomb. But, like, unless you knew in advance, like, you can't really plan on that. Anyway, so now I'm thinking the next thing, considering all of our assassins are assigned and all that jazz, is gonna be a Christina mission. So, there is a, I think it's Christina. Or was it the name of the last ones? I'm not positive, but we have one of those memory missions right ahead of us, so we are gonna run over there and grab it. It's right on the edge here, which is interesting because when I teleported in, the fast travel point is in the middle of that restricted area. It's like really it's on the edge. It's like on the edge of that restricted area, which was a nasty surprise when I warped in and suddenly I was in a restricted area. It was very surprising, as you might imagine. Maybe it has something to do with the mission.
Mia cara, the strings of fate have drawn us together. Two Italiani,
what is this
lost
music?
and alone in the Orient. Do you not feel the magnetismo?
I feel many things, Messere. Nausea above all.
Is this man bothering you, Sophia?
Sophia, that's her name.
Excuse me, Messere, but the lady and I are...
What's up?
Oh, il diavolo in persona! Stay back!
Duccio, a pleasure.
Run, buona donna! Run for your life!
Who was that?
Un cane. He was engaged to my sister many years ago.
Oh, it's the same guy?
And what happened?
His cazzo was engaged to 6 others. Chiedo venia. So what brings you to these docks?
I took a break from my work to retrieve a package, but here they claim the captain's papers are not in order, so I wait. Che seccatura. I could be here all day.
Let me see what I can do. I know a few ways to bend the rules.
Do you now?
See, I will meet you back at your shop.
Oh, don't worry. I'll help you, Sophia. Don't you worry. Sophia's delivery's caught up in red tape. Recover it for her. Get in and out of the port without being detected. Yeah, that is technically an option. Another easy option would be to just walk right through the door and kill everybody. But, you know, I guess for the memes, we'll try to do it all stealthily or whatever. At least for a bit. Before it goes awry, which inevitably it will, but for a few seconds, I guess we'll pretend like we are willing to get... we'll give it a college try. We'll see. So I feel like creeping along the edge here might be a pretty good plan. And then after that... hop. Okay, now we'll just creep along the backside of the boat, all stealthily like. Well, maybe we'll dive for a second to make sure those two don't get any ideas. Okay, so I want to take care of the guards, any guards over here, because when I climb the edge of the ship, I don't want there to be trouble, so we're going to make sure if there's people over here, that they are very much not going to be a problem. There's an icon, I just want to know why. Ah. So yeah, he's patrolling and he very well might be a problem. Wait for it. Okay. That takes care of him. I like how water and like the assassins, I mean, I don't know about all of them, but like at least in Revelations and I think previously, if enemies fell in the water, it's like they just, when they submerge, they just never come back. It's like they, you know, I don't even know what, like the water just drags them straight to the bottom. Like, I feel like, I mean, bodies float. So I don't totally get it, but, you know, it also doesn't, like, super ultra bother me either, so, you know, it's whatever. I just think it's a little funny when, like, you pull an enemy in the water and he just vanishes forever. You're like, I feel like, you know, bodies float and he wouldn't vanish immediately for all time. Okay, I think we need to get farther away because patrolling guy over here is not going to be happy when he sees me, and he probably will. Okay, really another probably more effective method. Okay, well that's not quite what I meant, but whatever. It'll work just fine. Would be to... There we go. Okay, now can we just shimmy along? He's really not having it. He's like, we're going to be all the way up or nothing. Alright, well, disagree, but okay. Oh no, your friend died.
If you have any information.
There you go, see? It's a better plan, wouldn't you say? For some reason I couldn't line up correctly with what I was trying to do, so I just hopped to the ship over there and then shot the first guy and then just climbed up and got the second one. It was much easier, my friend. Let's just see if we can do this from right here. I'm trying to be a little careful because I don't know exactly where the other guards are. Wait for it. There it is.
Perfetto.
All right. Now let's just swim out of this area. Forward. Now we swim away, victors. Successful in our undetected retrieval of the whatchamacallit. Nice. Look at that. Without being detected. Alright, well now let's go to Sophia's shop. You think it's going to impress her? I hope so. Ezio could use a new waifu, especially one that's not dead. Hopefully this one doesn't die, huh? Because, boy, it's been a long, lonely road for our boy, and I feel like he could use the love. Alright, welcome back to Sophia's shop. Let's turn it in, show her that we got past all that pesky red tape.
Salute, Ezio. Any luck?
Mademoiselle Sofia Sartor, Libraia, Costantinopoli.
Oh no, look at the damage. Did they use this to fight off pirates? Well, so far so good. Ah, beautiful, no? This is a print of a map by Martin Waldseemüller. See here? The new lands, described by Messer Amerigo Vespucci.
Or Cristoforo Colombo. History has a strange way of unfolding.
What do you make of this body of water here?
A new ocean, perhaps. Most of the scholars I know claim the size of the globe has been underestimated.
Incredibile. The more we learn about the world, the less we seem to know. Well, you honored your promise. Here is mine fulfilled. If we are correct, this should show you the location of the first book. I must admit, my head is swimming with the prospect of seeing these books. This is knowledge the world has lost, and must have again. Perhaps I could print a few copies to distribute myself. A small run of 50 or so, that should be enough. Perché ridi?
Forgive me. It is a joy to see someone with a passion so personal and noble. It is inspiring.
Goodness, where is this coming from?
Grazie, Sophia. I will return.
Ooh. There was sparks. I felt it. Did you feel it? Yeah, they like each other. It's no big deal. Also, there's another Christina mission, and we have an assassin to recruit, apparently. Because we assigned one of our assassins to that whatchamadorkit. Which makes sense. So now we have gaps. Also, we need to visit a bank, apparently, in a very bad way. But plus we're gonna have another assassin to recruit soon too, because we just got Damascus. The humanity. Oh my god, it's so good.
Fight for an honorable cause, Arkadashim, not just your life.
If I can help others as you have helped me, I most certainly will.
Hell yeah. Laura, welcome to the Assassins. So yeah, we're gonna have another gap soon anyway, because we just got Damascus. Which makes sense, actually. On that front, we actually need to visit an assassin place, which actually... Ah, perfect. Right there. Right there. And it's convenient, too, because there's the Sophia mission nearby, too. And I always prioritize the waifu. This way. This way. Oh, black market guy. He didn't... Ezio almost landed on his head. I almost Mario'd that guy. But he dodged it. We're good. We're fine. Alright. It says you can assign to the dens. Our dens are all already assigned, so get that out of your head right now. The dens are all assigned, my guy. Successful. So many successes. Let's go. Hey, Assassin 4th rank. She's close. Level 9 veteran. Very nice. Assassin 5th rank. Rank of Assassin. Very good. Potential Assassin Laura. Aw, the new kid. That's adorable. Alright, homeboy here. He got the counter kill. Our assassins are so highly leveled, and there's the new girl. Alright. So, Damascus. We can assign someone here now. Let's see. We could go ahead and put... you. Okay, so now you're on Damascus. Alright. Okay, and okay, so we got some good stuff now. Let's see, can you do this one? Ah, you can. That'll be a good one for her. This is another good one for, well, level 8's a little high for that stuff, but it does need to be done anyway, and it's a good way to level, so. I digress. Alright. Not really looking to invest at this particular moment. Damascus level up. Even a level 9 can solo it. And help a friendly noble. Perfect. The Hydra's head. Fancy. We could put... I guess we could put... Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll send you two on that one. Okay, and then we'll start work on Genoa. This is a very low-level quest. Almost insulting to send one of my guys on it, but what are you gonna do? Perfect. Okay, that's going well. And that should open up more recruitments for us now, I believe. So we'll keep our eyes peeled, but we can head to the next Sophia mission. At the moment, we'll just keep our eyes peeled to help any possible civilians. To recruit, to fill the gap. But I need to get rid of... Yeah, you can see some things already lit up. But we're so near the Sophia mission, and we're not near helping civilians right now, so... kind of narrows it down what we're going to prioritize. Boy, it's like windier at this altitude. It's very tall, my friend. I'm not positive that her mission's up here, but like... even down low, it's not like highlighted like it's higher up. So maybe we'll just pretend that... Oh, wow, it really is way up here. That's different. I wonder what this is about. Holy crap, it's the very top of the tower. Incredible. Wow, look at this, dude. That's incredible. All right, Niccolo Polo hid a book near Hagia Sophia. I have no idea how to say that. Containing clues to a Masyaf Key location. Use the Polo symbols to reveal it. Gasp. Hark. Well, well. Recover the book. Sure thing, Dad. Ready, hop. It's not quite what I was gonna just leap off and use the parachute, but that works. That works just as well. We could easily get back up there. Especially with our handy dandy little... I almost keep wanting to call it like the hook shot or the claw shot. That's just not what it is. That's not what it is. But boy, is it just like, it's the hook blade, but I'm just never gonna see it and not think hook shot. Like, this is not Legend of Zelda, that's not what this is. Alright, anyway. Here I am. Oh, the fancy book. Nice. Mission to Constantinople has been found. Let's go, dude. Alright. Galata Tower unlocked. Galata Tower unlocked. What does that mean? Is that tower? I already had that tower. What art thou on about, my friending? Let me check the maps. Is there anything new? Galata Tower. I mean, there's assassins all over the place, but I'm not sure what it means by that. Like, maybe to purchase? Like it's a landmark? Maybe? Hang on. I think Sophia. No, that's the tower I just leaped from. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Alright. Well, we will head towards the next Christina mission. I keep calling it that. Her name is Sophia, not Christina. My heart will never go on from her. Oops. Has a civilian in trouble? I am coming, my friend. Bonk me again. Do it. Nope. Oh my god, the humanity. It's so good.
Fight for an honorable cause, Arkadashim. Not just your life.
If I can help others as you have helped me, I most certainly will.
Welcome to the Brotherhood, the recap. Alright. Look at that, we recruited him while we were almost here. That's nice. We sort of do need to visit an assassin den anyway, TBH. Because, a lot of our assassins just got back from their business, so maybe we'll take a little quick detour. It's not quite on the way, but we're nearby, so let's just run over here, take care of the assassins, then we'll bail, then we'll hop and take care of this Sophia mission. I almost said Christina again, you see that? But I saved it this time. Alright. Chest. But it's only going to be for bomb materials, but who knows? Maybe it'll be impact shells. Nope. This. Alright. So many successes. Rank of Assassin. Let's go. Assassin 5th rank. Level 9 veteran. Or a new potential assassin. Ah, the new guy. Nice. Booyah. Alright. Damascus. And that's just for control. Assassin control, 63%. Athens only has a 32% control. Freaking yikes, dude. Well, one of the new people could do this one. Maybe we'll send a level 9 to babysit that level 3. The level 3 guy. Okay, new assassin den. I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of investing. For the people. Send the level 14, she'll handle that. Maxed out. Let's go. Alright, but not quite though. But not really. We'll just do this one. Perfect. Okay. All the kids are out now. Now we can hop over and do this Sophia. Do this Sophia thing, eh? You think that bookshop icon is that big because there's a mission involved? Because that's kind of what I wonder. It's another little detour here, but I find it a little weird that the icon is so big. I don't feel like it was that highlighted before. If I can get up fast enough, we'll take care of this guy. I missed. But not the second one. Okay, where is this guy? Oh. Alright. Where is this book thing? Oh, it's another one of these climb the tower things. So it looks like we have another book to grab. That's the whole bit, I think. Yep, locate the polo symbols. Unlock the location. Ah, it's collecting books. That's what that whole spiel is. Ooh, wow, look at that. Right away. Got it. You have to be ready too, because unless you line up with the whatchamacallit in advance, you better be ready with the parachute, because if you miss the prompt, he's just gonna fall and die. Alright. Oh, the fancy book. Neato. 1001 Nights. I would suppose is the name of the book I just grabbed. Okay, so that explains why those book icons are so big on the map. It's because they're missions to grab books, specific books. Because I believe there was one right there, there was one right there, one right there, one right there. So you know, as you can see, there's a lot of these things. One right there. So you know, they're all over the place, but. We did the one that was up here just because I didn't know what they were yet, but now that we've unlocked those, it's something else to do. That's nice. Alright, I imagine Christina's thing is up here. Her name is not Christina, it's Sophia. Oh man, we're just never gonna learn. We better be careful and not accidentally call her Christina to her face, because that'd be bad. She's like, who's Christina? I was like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I also do like that they provide the option to just hook blade your way up this whole thing. Even though they're like, you know, one of the ways up would be whatever, find the path or whatever, I'm sure. But if you're feeling too stubborn for such things... I was afraid of that. We have other options. And I like that, because for someone like me that would rather not do the slower method, if there was another option, it's nice to have be able to actually use a little shortcut of just hook blading your way up. All the way. Almost. It's very windy up here, my friend. Higher. I am here. Ooh. What are this? Eh? Oh, shrapnel. That's cute. Oh. What exactly have I gotten myself into? Interesting. I'm not sure what I found, but it's fancy. It had a fancy door, which is interesting. You think it's telling me how to fist fight just for the memes, or do you think it's probably just randomly? It's probably not trying to tell me anything. Oh. It's like a dungeon, like some sort of fancy dungeon, I don't know, temple. Can I say how much I love using the bastard sword? It's so good, dude. It's just like, it's so meaty. It's so meaty. I just love how hard it hits. It just feels so good. And I remember too that this was one of the things that, like, it's the reason it makes sense. It does check out, because I do remember back in the day always loving the heavy weapons, and because of the impact, like, and I do remember thinking back in the day at the time that, like, it was just not quite as conducive to chain kill. But in the Brotherhood playthrough, we discovered together that you can totally chain kill with the heavy weapons. You just have to do it like mid animation, and you can't wait till the end of the animation. And so really, so long as you remember to do it like at the right timing and not necessarily where the animation's over, then you can totally chain kill with them. And so, but once we figured that out, then we can go back to using him because it's just so good. I just love how beefy it feels. It's so good. It's so nice. Anyway, but then now it makes sense why it said Galata Tower unlocked, because it's like a, that dungeon or whatever, quote unquote, is unlocked. So that makes sense. Anyway, a clue left behind by the Polos has brought Ezio to Galata Tower. Investigate the tower, but be careful. And then there's a time limit if we care, which I'm pretty sure we don't, but well, I'm not even pretty sure. I know we don't, but just like the last one, we'll just see what happens. Maybe we get it, maybe we don't, but I'm not gonna be like, I got a time limit. Not good. Not good. No. Oh no. Hold on, Ezio. Oops. Oh dear. Nice and easy. Oh. There you go. See? That wasn't that hard. All you have to do is just look ahead. Forehead. That was spooky. Who would have thought all this was beneath, was beneath the city? What is the objective here? Maybe this means something? Ah, there we go. Okay. Well, we're not going back. Like I said. Look how tiny we are in comparison to these caverns. Is this where Batman lives? Ezio, please. Line up, please. Thank you. Boy, these are very big caverns, my friend. Ooh, pretty. Okay, well, I suppose this means something. I'm not positive what I'm doing here, but there is a path. It's clearly a path for a reason, right? One would assume. And I would imagine it'll make sense in time. Keep going. Maybe there's a door ahead and it was locked, but we have to go this way to unlock the door. And we didn't discover the door because I did it out of order or something. Or maybe it was told to go that way and it would be blocked, or maybe you would start to go that way and then there'd be a cutscene where it gets blocked. I don't know. But obviously we're onto something here, so we're just gonna continue on this way. Even if this isn't necessarily the way to go, which I don't know. It could be. I mean, it's really elaborate if it's not right, so that really does, to me, say we're probably on the right track. Whoop. Hop. Woohoo! Keep going, it's going well. Oh. Uh-oh. Not good. Not good. Climb, Ezio! Climb, Ezio! Saved it. It's a good thing. That'd be a really tragic way for Ezio to die after all these years. All the things that couldn't kill him, and he just dies from fall damage. What a good dive. What a boss. What a good dive. Sorry, I forgot you have to do the whole swing thing to let go. Easy. Easy. Oh, shimmy. Okay, now climb. That's right. I skip sections because I know what I'm doing. And because I'm an idiot who never learns. Up. Oh dear. I was about to say, that doesn't look sturdy. Do it quickly. I was about to say, I don't think this rope's gonna hold. Ouch. Wow. It's incredible how strong this dude would have to be to not, you know, lose his grip. Alright, let's see here. Try that again, I think. Maybe not. Oh, but it's nothing to do with any of that. You just run in here. Derpity derp. Or maybe, just maybe, it has nothing to do with any of that. Heyo. I was gonna go back for those chests, but like obviously we were so close to getting it, and I was like, whatever. It'll only be a little bit anyway. Like if it's just money, we're loaded. If it's supplies, we can get supplies elsewhere. Like it's not one of a kind. It's fine. There we go. Look at that. We even did it. Nice. We were within seconds of not doing it, but whatever. Those chests won't be one of a kind or anything. Oh, that went well. Wouldn't you say? I would definitely say so. Yeah, we got the second key. And now we have a whole bunch of books to grab, too. Which is interesting. Now, the question here is, do you think we're actually going to let Sophia look at the books once we're done with them? Eh? I imagine so, right? I mean, why would we need to hold on to the books after we have all the keys, you know? And she's a scholar. She likes books and maps and things. She's of the learned sort. So I think sharing is caring. Alright. That went well. Alright, let's check up on our assassins. Because I think there was some people got done while we were away. Alright. Successful. Level 4. Very nice, very nice. Can level you up. Better armor. Okay. And Athens has some new stuff. Let's see, wasn't there? Okay, yeah, so that's the part 1 is still going. That's fine. Can put both of the new people on it. Alright, expand the port. Yeah, we can do that. And the market. That'll give us lots of good things a day. Okay. And famous spy, assault nobles. Alright, maybe we will turn our sights on Genoa. Yes, that's all of the good stuff. I think that one is a specific requirements for people. Oh. You can just send that one. There we go, and they can take the city. Perfect. Alright. Bueno. Okay. So now the assassins are all sent out again, which is lovely. So now, question is... Well, I mean, Sophia, her stuff's right up here, but I do want to see what the main thing is going on about. There's also... Okay, yeah, so there's not any of those. But and then, of course, there's 1,000 of these books. But I'm not against grabbing these books off camera because, I mean, obviously, you guys have seen what it involves. You just climb the tower, find the book, grab the book, that's it. And so even if there is, like, you know, whatever, there's another, you know, you can go to the tombs or whatever, like, sooner than that, you know? Like, I won't do the tombs part off camera, but I'll grab all the books off camera. So if there is more of those, then I'm not against grabbing those. We'll do the tombs on camera together, but as far as grabbing the books, I will, you know, more than happy to get those off camera, just because the book gathering part is not exciting. The tomb part is super cool, but book gathering not so much. Alrighty, here we are. Waifu, I'm back. Oh, actually, she's actually in. This is our HQ. She's actually in Assassin HQ. Well. We're definitely connected. Alright, let's see here. Looks like it's over in this corner. Oh. Well, welcome to the spooky Shadow Realm. Or whatever. I do love the red and the silver and like the gray and stuff. It looks so good. It's such a great color scheme. It's so fancy. It's like red and black and gray and it's so good. I love it.
You held fire in your hand, old man. It should have been destroyed.
Destroy the only thing capable of ending the Crusades and creating true peace? Never.
Forgive me for this, Mentor. But the apple corrupted you, and through you it would have corrupted us. For us to live, you had to die.
True. Oh, we're Altair again, Neato.
Is it truly over? Is that sorcerer dead?
He was no sorcerer. Just an ordinary man in command of illusions. Have you prepared the pyre?
I have, but... Altair, some of the men will not stand for such a thing.
Let me handle it.
Ooh, the mentor's awake. Altair has killed his mentor, Al-Mualim. I cannot pronounce anything. For betraying the assassins. Make sure the old mentor guy is truly dead and that the assassins understand why. Don't lose any more than 3 synchronization points. I'm assuming that means health. Don't take, you know, health damage, which I guess is not just health, you know.
Well enough, yes.
I asked Malik to ride to Jerusalem with news of Al-Mulim's death. Would you ride to Acre and do the same?
Of course.
Thank you. I'm basically in command of everything because, you know, old man is dead and I'm you know, and I'm I'm very zen in his wake, so you know. I'm not sure if they'll. I mean, I don't expect those guys to get in trouble with me, but I don't think it's gonna be. Yeah, here comes the trouble. Here comes trouble. Oh, never mind. They were on that. They had other things.
What has happened here?
Our mentor deceived us all. The Templars corrupted him.
Where is your proof?
Walk with me, Abbas, and I will explain.
And if I find your answers wanting?
I will talk until you are satisfied. Do you remember the artifact we recovered from Robert the Sab in Solomon's temple?
The artifact you were sent to retrieve, but others delivered?
Yes. It is a Templar tool. The Apple of Eden. It can conjure illusions and control men's minds. A deadly weapon.
And you believe Al-Mualim fell under its spell?
I do. Today he used the apple to enslave Masyaf. You saw that for yourself.
I do not know what I saw.
Listen, Abbas. The apple is safe in Al-Mulim's study. When I'm finished here, I will show you all I know.
I wanted to wait for him to finish talking. I didn't want to accidentally cut him off, you know. We're getting good lore here. I wouldn't want to ruin it.
Altair! No!
I must know that he cannot return.
But this is not our way. To burn a man's body is forbidden. Defiler!
Uh-oh.
Hear me out. This body could be another one of Al-Mulim's phantoms. I must be certain.
Lies! All your life, you have made a mockery of our creed. You bend the rules to suit your whims, while belittling and humiliating those around you. Restrain him!
Did you not hear him? Al-Mualim is bewitched.
Ah!
Ow. Oh, that tears it. I'm the only one with a brain. I know he was wayward earlier, but he's, you know, life has changed him.
I can take care of you. Yeah, I will do anything. Let me go. Stay away from me. What do you think you're doing? No need to kill me. We could be friends.
Cease fighting me, brothers. Freaking civil war in the assassins. That's not nice. That's not
What
good.
did I tell you, Altair?
Abbas, stop!
What did you think would happen when you murdered our beloved mentor?
Uh-oh.
You loved Al-Mulim less than anyone. You blamed him for all your misfortune, even your father's suicide.
My father was a hero.
This is not the time to quarrel over the past. We must decide what to do with that weapon.
Whatever this artifact is capable of, you are not worthy to wield it.
No man is.
It is beautiful, is it not?
Yikes. Oh dear. Time your moves to avoid the blast. Go! Like right on top of it. Give me that.
What was it?
Are they dead?
Forgive me. I did not know.
You're an idiot. You are a maniac.
Have you anything to teach us? Will you lead us all to ruin?
Ooh, spooky. You are a maniac, and your father was a maniac, and his father was a maniac, and his father was a maniac. Adam, don't help me. such an obscure reference. Alright, anyway. That's cool. I'm enjoying these Altair missions of, like, knowing what's up. I'm also really surprised how easy that traverse the thing to avoid falling Apple of Eden thing just was. That's normally the kind of thing that's really annoying. Very difficult. But no, you just time it, and we went through it very easy, you know. It was very easy, my friend. So, you know, hard to be much smoother than it was.
Barely 26, and already a Grandmaster in command of a divided order. How does one cope with such responsibility and unlimited power?
Unlimited power! Cool. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm enjoying these like Altair flashback missions. Like I really enjoy like seeing, you know, I don't know, like seeing what it was like for him, you know? Like because like, you know, he has like this I don't know, this crazy, I don't know, like legend about him of Altair, like the first assassin that we interacted with, you know? Like he has this such a big legend, you know? And then but when you play his game, obviously, he's very trapped in the fact that it's a, you know, a game from so long ago, right? Like it's held back by its mechanics a lot, and at least in my opinion. And so, you know, it's interesting to get, you know, more of like a modern look at it all, but with like, you know, be able to look back at like Altair and see what he was like, but like with nice modern controls and stuff, so you can just enjoy it on a story basis alone. You know, it's nice, that perspective. Anyway, look at that chest guard. I'll take it. It's more armor for us. And then weapons. Big fancy mace. Wow. Wow. I mean, I like it, but it's not better than the bastard sword. I mean, I don't feel like any of us, you know, disagree with that. Look at that. Chest armor. Anyway. Alright. Well, that's all of the Sophia missions for the moment, because we haven't gotten any more books. So, I think now we can hit something different. But not before we do this. Because I think it'll be funny. Sup? Just like land on their heads. That was clean, no? Alright, I'm just gonna loot this guy real quick. Loot his buddies real quick. Alright, so I do have to send out my assassins again. Eh, shut up. I'm the one that killed him. They're not going to use that stuff in the afterlife. I feel like they're going to have other things to do when they're burning in hell. It's like, wow, dark. Really dark. Sorry about that. Anyway, alright, so I think we'll head towards the main story mission now. It does intrigue me that it is in the middle of like a fortress-looking thing. I do wonder what that's about. But before that, we are going to send out... That was clutch. Anyway, we're going to send out our assassins real quick. And then we will do that. Perfect. That's what I need right there, my friend. Okay. So, yeah. Alright. Look at that. Yay, level 4. Alright. Level up for you. Okay, so Genoa is under our control, so we're going to put an assassin there. And we'll put you. Perfect. And that will free up a slot for us, so now we can... yeah, that'll free up a slot for us. So now we can grab another assassin when we have the chance. Wow, both of our level 4s can actually handle that. That's That's interesting. So that one... Don't want to get too gung-ho on the spending. Yeah, there we go. So that one... Ooh, a level 5 mission. Still handle it. Perfect. Okay. Assassins are sent out, so... Oh, look at that. A recruit really nearby. Convenient. Hey, let's not talk about the assassins right now, bro. Also, one of our assassins just got back. Hang on. Detour. Okay. Assassin's control is only 44%, huh? Kinda yikes, my dude. Yeah, she's not gonna get anything for it, but whatever. Okay, anyway. Now let's go recruit this, Alright, where is this person? Hopefully they're down here. Although it doesn't really look like it, does it? Hang on, citizen, I have to climb. I think you're up on the wall. Sup? Let me help. Hang on, I gotta have a ranged weapon equipped. There we go. Hey man, what's up?
You are not alone, Arkadashim. And you need not be afraid.
Let me repay your kindness with action, assassin. If you would have me, I will join your cause.
Heyo. Happy to have you, bro. Alright, there you go. Look at that. Wow, he's level 5 right out the door. Oh no, actually, that was someone else. That was one of the level 4s that just went on a mission, I think. Okay, so now I think we're headed towards the story mission. Okay, drawing near the mission now, but like I said, it's in this restricted area, so that's kind of spooky. So keep your eyes peeled, because we're not supposed to be here. Not that we care at all about what we should be doing. I mean, as far as the law goes, we do what's right, and we will not be stopped. There's like an ultra restricted area. Because this whole thing is, but like there's like a darker red square.
You must be completely insane.
Hey, that's a rude thing to say. It's also interesting to me that there's no guards anywhere. It's just like, it's restricted, but there's literally 0 guards. It's just nothing but civilians. Which, hey, I'm okay with. You can make it restricted if there's no guards anywhere. I won't ask questions. This, like, big building is really big, though. It's like a palace. It probably is like the palace. Hey, I think there's guards down below. Look at that. Alright. So I got a mission here, but like I said, I am very much wanted. So we gotta creep into this mission delicately.
I have arranged a meeting with my uncle Ahmed and the Janissary captain, Tariq Barlate. The Janissaries are loyal to my grandfather, but they have lately become angry over his choice of the next sultan.
Your uncle?
Exactly. The Janissaries prefer my father, Selim.
You are in a tough spot. But how do the Byzantines fit into this?
I had hoped you might know. Would you be willing to help me find out?
I am tracking them myself. I can help you, as long as our interests run parallel.
I will take what I can get. There is a hatch at the top of that tower which leads to a secret room. Go there, wait, and watch.
I will do it, my ally in arms. Alright, Suleiman is investigating the attempt on his life. Eavesdrop on his captain with the Janissary captain. Eavesdrop on his conversation with the Janissary captain. Don't be detected. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. Alright. Obviously, we're not going to run through the courtyard. I'm not an idiot. Why do that when we could go the same way we came in, which is completely devoid of guards unless they spawn somebody in. So you might as well just... Yeah, Ezio was trying so hard to throw himself off. He thought that'd be real funny. He was real prepared for that. He was like going for it and everything. And luckily I stopped him before he could do something truly foolish.
Heed my nephew, Tarek. Your incompetence borders on treason. And to think that today, your Janissaries were outshone by an Italian lute player. Preposterous.
An inexcusable failing, Effendim. I will conduct a full investigation.
I will conduct the investigation, Tarek. For reasons that should be obvious.
Evet, Shehzadem. You have your father's wisdom.
And his impatience. Uncle, I am relieved to see you safe.
Likewise, Suleiman. Allah emanet olun. Tarek Bey, a word. What was the purpose of this attack, I wonder? To make me look weak? An ineffective steward of the city? If you are the hand in this mess, Tarek, you have made a grave mistake. My father has chosen me as the next Sultan, not my brother.
Ahmed, I am not depraved enough to imagine the conspiracy you accuse me of.
What have I done to earn such contempt from the Janissaries? What has my brother done for you that I have not?
May I speak freely?
You'd better.
You're weak, Ahmed. Pensive in times of war and restless in times of peace. You lack passion for the traditions of the Ghazi, yet you speak of fraternity in the company of infidels. You make a decent philosopher, Ahmed, but you will be a poor sultan.
You may show yourself out.
Well, he told him like it was. And he's probably right.
Quite a family,
Your uncle lacks sway over the men he will soon command.
Tarek is a hard man. Proud and capable, but ambitious. And he admires my father greatly.
But he failed to secure this palace against the Byzantine invasion. That alone is worth our attention.
Precisely.
Where should we begin?
For now, keep an eye on Tarek and his Janissaries. They spend much of their free time in and around the bazaar.
I will start there when I can.
Aha. Got it. Completed. Don't be detected. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Just go in the same way we came in, you know? Run over those rooftops. There's no guards up there or anything. Wow, sequence 4 complete? That was the shortest sequence in the world. I mean, hey, I'm okay with that. Go for it. Wow, that was freaking quick. That sequence was like non-existent. It was like 3 missions or 2 missions.
I made the acquaintance of an Ottoman prince named Suleiman. He's a clever young man, with a fortitude uncommon for his age. On his suggestion, I will be investigating some wayward Janissaries, who may be in league with the Templars. With luck, they will lead me straight to the core of the Templars' leadership. Meanwhile, the Venetian Sofia Sartor continues to help me find the hidden Masyaf Keys. She is a diligent woman, full of passion and vigor, and I enjoy her company immensely. But I dare not tell her the purpose of my stay here, nor of my true vocation. Those who do not volunteer in our struggle should not be forced to fight it.
That's fair. That's fair. I feel like there's probably, I mean, maybe it's me spitballing, but I feel like there's probably some part of him that's worried about getting close to her. Because, I mean, I would assume he hasn't had anybody since Christina, which was in Brotherhood, which was a lot of years ago to some degree. I mean, I'm not sure how many years have passed, but a few. Because he's gray now, and he was a fairly young man in Brotherhood. And he was like practically a kid in freaking, in 2, so, you know. Anyway, so yeah, and then everyone in this game, of course, remarks upon his age like he's freaking ancient, which is obviously not the case. But you know, I digress. Okay, so there's stuff up there. I did see a notification for new items. Bookshops was one that popped up, but there was more. But we can run around and check the bookshops if Ezio could. Thank you. Nope. He's still not about it. We can do it, Ezio. Come on, buddy. Come on, Ezio. Hey, I'm here. What's up? It's your boy, Skinny Penis. Okay. Here we are. Sorry, that was not clean. We did it. Okay, so new stuff for me, huh? New books for me, eh? I'm assuming they're they're increasing in cost. And holy lord, that's 37,000. Holy crap. And 23,000. 21,000. This one's dirt cheap by comparison at only 8,300. Yeah, and I'm not positive what these are even for. I mean, I do imagine we'll buy them, but they're not the highest priority, so we will wait on that. And let's look at some other stores instead. Let's see. There might not be anything new because considering how short the last sequence was, like some part of me wouldn't be surprised if there was nothing new as far as most things were concerned. Oh, there we go. Medium poison vial. That's nice. I'll take that. And then the large quiver. Let's go. Man, we went straight to large. That's nice. Cool. And parachutes, we will just refill that while we're here. Just because it's convenient, and I like the red, so we're okay with everything else. Nice. Okay, so now we do need to manage my assassins most likely, but I do want to prioritize kind of looking at anything new. So I need a blacksmith. To the left of me, up this street. This way. We also will need to start purchasing landmarks, which is something that I can start doing off camera with our money. Oh, that's downstairs. There we go. Over this way. Okay, now, this way. In here, I think. Aha, I think it's over here. Yes, you. What do you got for me, Hoss? Oh. Is like new being like what? You can repair your chest now. Cool. Ooh, we got starting a new set of armor, Mamluk, which of course we'll take. Neato. We're not gonna totally match, but I don't think it'll clash super badly, so it's okay. And then weapons, we've unlocked the Syrian saber, very cool looking. I like that. And then we've unlocked the butcher's knife. Let's go. I'll take that. Obviously, we used butcher knife most of a great deal of Brotherhood, because obviously I love it. I love it so. And the Syrian saber's cool, but I'm still pretty happy with the bastard sword. So okay with that. Now, we only have one. I can scavenge that. Missing those, we'll just refill those really quick. Just because we got the new quiver, which is why we're missing some. And whatever, we're right here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Perfect. Well, that's nice. Look at that. Ah, look at our new fancy stuff now. That's cool. I like it. I like it. Yeah, and it doesn't clash like super badly or anything. Okay, so there's another Sophia mission, and on the way we could see if we can see a place to manage our assassins, which could be good. Also, checking the bank might be a wise move. I feel like I haven't checked the bank in a while. That might be a good move. There might not be anything, but there could be something. No, nothing. Okay. I just feel like it had been a while. Alright. Well, then we will work our way towards the Sophia mission, and we'll keep along the way. We'll keep our eyes peeled for a place to manage our assassins. Alrighty. So it's not quite on the way, but it was close enough. Alright. Luckily, we're about to make a fortune. Hey, assassin 5th rank. Let's go. Level 5. Level 5. New potential assassin. Neato. And we're starting to fill the ranks a little bit now that we're moving our veterans into other assignments. At least some of our veterans into other assignments. And let's see, doing a nice, fairly low level mission for some of the new people might be a good move. There we go. Sending the level 3 on this one would have been smarter, but whatever. Okay, 64, and there's 32. Gross. It's interesting to me that it does allow us to assign more than one assassin. I don't really know why that would be super useful, admittedly. I'm not positive why that would be nice. This one's only a 16. Gross. I don't know if they'll try to take it back or anything. I guess that's my concern, is that they'll try to take it back from me if the control is too low. But I don't know at all if that's true. So, maybe it is, but I really don't know. Alright, we'll go and do this one. And we'll send that one. Send those two in that one. Okay. Alright, assassins are all sent, which is great. So now I think we do have time for another. Let's go talk to the waifu. Alright, Sophia, my love, I'm back.
Salute. I am closing in on 2 more books. One near Topkapı and the other in the Bayezid district.
Bayezid first. Topkapı will be a dead end.
Ah, see.
Wow, she didn't ask questions. That's surprising.
What do you make of these?
Oh, Ezio. Incredibile. Early Coptic bindings. Still in good shape. Amazing. This must be a 3rd century transcription of the original.
Sophia, what happened here?
Oh, that happens once or twice a year. People break in thinking they will find money. I do not keep much here, but this time they made off with a portrait of some value. It is a shame.
You keep working. I will find your painting.
Ezio, the thief could be anywhere by now.
If the thief came for money, but took a painting, he should be close by, eager to get rid of it.
Well, if you happen to find it within the next few hours, meet me by the aqueduct. I will be running errands.
I'm like, oh, don't worry, babe. I'll get it back. Alright, steal the painting without the merchant spotting you. We'll see. We'll see. Alternatively, I could just waltz up and shoot him in the face. You know, we could do a non-quiet way, considering he stole from my waifu, and he does deserve death, but at the same time, maybe we'll humor them, or at least try to. Okay, we are almost here. We're creeping in through the ceiling. So.
There is a man with a suspicious look.
Where is it, Ladro? Confess!
I have done that. You cannot.
I do not need to. I will just keep hitting you until you talk.
I found them. I mean, someone give.
Just beating the tar out of him.
I do not care how you got the painting. Just tell me where it is.
I sold it to a merchant in the bazaar. How else will I feed myself?
Next time, find a nicer way to be a canalla.
True. Yeah, bro. All right, now we must find the merchant. We're just gonna get my stuff selected. I might need weapons before the night is through. Okay. I see his arm. That may target him. Doesn't count because that guy's in the way. Oh. That might work. Actually, yeah. I accidentally stole from that person. Well, I don't know. If I hire them too, like, I don't know. It's at the same time. Great. Now they're all like hyper aware because I accidentally stole. Oh yeah. Like, oh yeah. Now what? Huh? It was an accident, idiot. Is it worth it, huh? You proud? I like I'm in this fight trying to be subtle. It's like the least subtle thing you've seen in a while, I imagine.
I have a painting for sale, if you are curious. A luminous portrait. You see how lifelike she looks? Her beauty
I'm ready now, sorry. It seems I cannot counter you. There we go. I was trying to counter him, and for some reason I couldn't. I don't know. I was about to say, I mean, that should have been the plan all along, is just run up and just, you know, shot him or whatever. Should have been the plan from the beginning, can I just say. Oops, that's not what I want. I want that. So, you know, didn't quite go according to plan, but whatever. I got it back, that's what matters. I don't care about this stupid side objective. Sophia, my love, I got back the painting. I killed one man in the process and beat the crap out of another.
It is a good likeness, don't you think?
I prefer the original.
Same.
Buffone. This was a gift from my father for my 28th birthday. I had to sit for Messer Albrecht Dürer for a full week. Can you imagine me sitting still for 7 days doing nothing?
I cannot.
Una tortura. So, I found you another book location. And it is not far from here, actually.
Grazie.
Ezio, what is this all about? You are not a scholar, that much is clear. Do you work for the church?
Not the church, no. But I am a teacher, of a kind. I will explain one day, Sophia. When I can.
My love, it's better if you don't know. Trust me, it'll be better for us all if you don't know. Because if you do, then I'll have to kill you. No. Because your life gets more complicated once you know, you know? You know? Oh, look at that, we have money in the bank now. So, yeah. I mean, I do feel like we are going to have to tell her eventually. We can't just keep her in the dark forever. Not forever, my friend. Oh, actually, there is a bank right over here. Let's run over there and grab our stuff. Bank. Hey. I'm here for my money. Thank you. And what about you? Is my armor damaged? Probably. Yup. It sure is. Beautiful. Alright, I think that was all we needed to do, because I'm happy with the rest of our stuff. Thanks, man. Alright, well, I think that might be a pretty solid place to call it. We made great progress today. We went through, finished up the sequence we were on, and we actually started the next sequence, which was great. And, yeah, hard to complain about that. Yeah, nothing. Anyway, so yeah, good progress. We're getting farther on a lot, so off camera, I think I will grab all of those book locations, and so then that way when we come back, we can just, you know, start knocking those out, and then I will also continue working on our assassins, doing the same thing that you guys saw on camera. You know, just assigning people, then recruiting people and all that stuff. I won't actually, I probably won't do the actual, like, tombs themselves off camera, like, as far as the actual missions go, because that's more exciting. Or, like, you know, collecting the Masyaf Keys, because that's, like, obviously story stuff. So, I'm not going to do that off camera, but I'll collect all the books, because obviously you guys know what that is. And I'll do the grinding for the assassin stuff, that kind of thing. And I'll probably start investing in landmarks, that kind of thing as well, so I think all of that is very likely to happen. So yeah, I think that that'll be a good place to call it. So yeah, we'll just be continuing with more of this. I don't know how many sequences there are total. I don't have. We did get several achievements, but I was curious about this. 6. I think I think there's like at least 10, maybe. Well, I saw one for 9. Attempt to access the enemies of 9 for the first time. Bomb sequences. Zipline. Parachute onto a zipline. That's not very hard. It's just a matter of actually making a point to do it. Okay, well, I've seen the one for sequence 9. Apparently, there's Desmond sequences, but I don't know what that's from. Like, do I have to leave the island? Like, do I have to, like, go to the Animus Island and then do things for him? Because I don't know if we'll do that on camera, because no one cares about Desmond. No, I mean, I don't know. I just, like, so uninvested. I don't feel like anyone's invested. Same thing with Lost Archive. I just, like, it's Subject 16. I'm just not invested in Subject 16 at all. I just really don't care. So it's like Lost Archive I'll probably do off camera, because I just am not very invested. And I don't imagine it's going to be life-changingly interesting. So, but I'm seeing ones for sequence 9 is the farthest I've seen. So there might only be 9 sequences, or like 9 or 10 or so. So somewhere in there. So it's actually not even as many as I thought. So yeah, I don't know how long this is going to go, but I'm not like in a hurry for this to be over or anything. But that being said, I am excited about the upcoming Assassin's Creeds, because like I said at the beginning, I did pick up a lot of DLC and season passes and stuff, because they were all super duper on sale. And so I picked up a lot of that stuff, and I am very excited to get to that. And obviously, I think what's after Revelations is Assassin's Creed 3, I believe. I think 3 is after Revelations. I will look up the Assassin's Creed order, like the release order. But I'm pretty sure 3 is after Revelations, and then it goes into Black Flag. And then I think it is Unity, and then Origins, and then Syndicate? Or is it Syndicate after Unity? I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. So I will have to look that up. But I think Assassin's Creed 3 is after Revelations. And I am excited about that, because Assassin's Creed 3 is a really cool game. And now I have the remaster, which I've never done. The last time I played it was obviously on the 360, and a long time ago now, very long time ago. And I haven't played 3 in ages. And so I am very excited to get to 3. And just because I know that 3 was a big one in the releases of these games, because 3 they changed a lot how the parkour stuff works, and so there was like the locations were more dynamic, they were much less rigid, and already even going back to 2, or like playing 2 for the first time, but going back to Brotherhood and Revelations, like they were less square than I remember. I feel like I remembered them being very square, like, and very rigid, but after playing them, it didn't feel like it was overly oddly square. Like it didn't feel like everything was oddly at like really squared off, grid like angles. I mean, playing through here, there's like, like it's not just so square like. And so, but I do remember that in 3 there was lots of cool stuff. They added the weapon selections really neat, and I love the Native American aesthetic with the assassin stuff. I love that, and I love like the tomahawk and the bow and arrow and all this other cool stuff. And it's just a really fun setting to begin with. And they changed parkour, and so there's more of like, you can jump into trees, and they're at a V angle, and things like that. So there's lots of really cool stuff coming up for Assassin's Creed 3. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm very curious to see what it looks like with a remaster, because it was already a pretty game. I feel like I remember it being very pretty, and so I can only imagine what it would be like with a remaster. So I am very excited to get to that. But it is very, very unlikely that we will be doing Assassin's Creed 3, at least as of this moment. It seems very unlikely that we will jump right into that after doing Revelations. It's far more likely that we will take a break of some kind between games, because I just probably won't go right into the next one. And so we'll probably do a game, or maybe even a few games between those. And so, but our overall driving focus is to get through the Assassin's Creed games. But I'm not trying to do them in order, because that's a lot of Assassin's Creed in a row. There's a lot of Assassin's Creed games, and that would be so many months of playing Assassin's Creed. And I am excited to get to them, but it's way more fun if I give it a little bit of a gap between each one. So after this, I'm not sure what will be next, but whether it'll be short or long, I don't know. But I am very excited to continue this. So that is going to call for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.